Hey YouTube, Sam Frank here. This week's episode of Hobby Talk. I wanted to talk about Star Wars stuff. And some recent sets have me very, I don't know if the word is irritated. It is kind of irritating, but it's kind of reflecting in a bad way the state of the hobbies nowadays. And this is not just Star Wars stuff, but it seems like most releases nowadays, it's a bad cycle that we're in right now. So, and no box typifies this more than Star Wars Hyperspace. Now, I did buy a couple boxes, and I'm kicking myself for buying it early because these online sellers, Fanatics and Tops basically does not use distributors anymore. They use the big three, what is referred to as the big three. That is like Dave & Adams Card World, Steel City Collectibles, and Blowout Cards. It's very annoying in that they're not distributing this like the old days where you could actually go find good deals out there. Now, these big three companies kind of set the price. And it's very unfair, and it's very suspicious that they are always very similar in prices. Almost like they're colluding together. I don't want to come out and just accuse them of colluding prices, but it really seems like a coordinated effort to squeeze every last penny out of people, and it's really annoying. Why don't if you're just going to use three distributors, why not make them sell it at a decent price? Why don't you set the price, Fanatics? But no, they let these big three online sellers control tons of product because they buy a ton, and they let them set the market, and then Tops will release a few little breadcrumbs out to the public. I tried to get Star Wars Hyperspace directly from Tops, but it sold out in like 2 minutes, and so I was unable to get any. Maybe this one was like 8 minutes or something. I don't remember, but I did not have time to get any. I'm not a bot. I don't use bots. A lot of this stuff gets gobbled up by bots. They don't set a good enough limit for people, and their tiny little crumbs that they throw out to the public at a fair price gets gobbled up in just a matter of a minute or two or less. I think some of the Sapphire releases are gone in like 20 seconds, 30 seconds, or something like that. And this is obviously almost assuredly bots are grabbing all this stuff up. It's a very frustrating part of card collecting that, frankly, I don't see why anybody even does this anymore. But, so this came out for $180. That's before taxes and all that stuff, because if you buy directly from Tops, you got to pay sales tax and all that stuff. So I'm not sure what that equals out to, but probably pretty close to $200 a box. And the online sellers, they use this few little crumbs that Tops puts out to the public and the quick sellout to raise their prices even higher. And I'm never falling for it again. I can guarantee you that. In fact, we're going to do another Hobby Talk video about Top Star Wars Chrome Black, so I don't want to talk about that set, but it's coming out soon. And I'm going to put out a strategy for that for people that collect Star Wars stuff and just want to open some for fun. The rest of it gets gobbled up by breakers who charge ridiculous prices for their breaks, and very little is left. But when that formula, when the set is really good and quality, like a Star Wars Galaxy set, Now, I will say these products are very similar in structure. You get 4 numbered parallels per box in this. You get 4 in this. There's like 2 autographs per case, I think, in Galaxy, and I think there's 2 per case for Hyperspace. Also, you have, the off chance of getting a sketch card in both these products. So they're kind of built the same way, but the products, that's where the similarities end. Star Wars Galaxy is actually a great set, and just the base cards and refractors and stuff like that are awesome. That's why people love Star Wars Chrome Galaxy, because the cards are beautiful and very collectible. Star Wars Hyperspace is, frankly, a pretty ugly set. It's not like really interesting. I wish I had some cards here to show you, but I'm not. There's no way that I'm paying the prices that these are going for what you get. The box, though, is amazing. I will say it's one of the nicest hobby boxes that they've ever made. Oh yeah, there it is. 4 numbered parallels per box. And the autograph checklist is outstanding. So you are paying for that 1 chance or 2 chances per case of getting an auto, because the autograph checklist is really good. Star Wars Galaxy, and you get your 4 numbered cards, of course, in this, but there's not going to be a lot of people caring about these cards like they might Star Wars Galaxy. So, yes. What I'm trying to say is they tried to price both these products the same, and one completely crashed, and one just has gone down a little bit, but not so much. This stuff is going for, now at the big 3, instead of like $290 a box that they were selling it for when Topps sold out of the little few breadcrumbs, they put them up, and all of a sudden they had tons of them, of course, for $290 a box. This stuff almost like one day later dropped $10, and it's been dropping and dropping and dropping, in just a couple weeks it's been out. Till now, it's the last I saw, $195 a box, which if they're selling for $195 a box, you know that they were able to get it from Topps for much less than that. And the Topps, remember, Topps was selling them for $180. So I think these boxes will get down to the $180 mark, and I will buy a box or 2 to open at that point. But I still don't feel good about that price. But I just don't. I don't think it's going to sink much below that, because that's what they cost from Topps. Maybe a year from now, these will be like cheap boxes. But this is the bad thing about releases like this, is that if you don't hit one of the big hits, one of the autos or a nice sketch, it's pretty rough. And there's just not a lot there. Where like Chrome Galaxy, the cards are beautiful. There's at least that type of value of the cards are really nice, and you enjoy collecting them. And Star Wars Chrome Galaxy, of course, has not dropped down that much. Now, they sold these, I think, from Topps at, I want to say $199 or $189 or something like that. I was able to get some boxes of Star Wars Chrome Galaxy from GameStop. I checked GameStop. They did not have these, at least the places I looked. They did have Chrome Galaxy when it came out. So when the big 3 were selling this pre-sales at $300, that's just outright price gouging. And when they're selling these at $290 or whatever they're selling these at, or $300, it's just outright price gouging. And they're all working together. So the big 3 are pretty evil when it comes right down to it. And again, those big 3 are Blowout Cards, Dave and Adam's Card World, and Steel City Collectibles. And unfortunately, they are the ones that get a big piece of the pie of the products. And they are working together, colluding prices. They may not actually call each other and say, hey, where are you going to set this at? But they look at each other's prices, and they don't try to beat each other's up on the prices. That is price collusion, especially when there is no market for that high of a price. They are trying to extract huge money from collectors. And it's just part of this annoying new phase of collecting that is driving a lot of people away. And, you know, Fanatics doesn't care. They're making their money right now until they, you know, at some point, people are going to get fed up. People will leave the hobby. Cards will not be very fun. They're getting that way now with the prices. At least there's still some pretty, once in a while, a really nice product will come out, like Star Wars Chrome, Topps Chrome Star Wars 2024. It actually was a really fair price when it came out, and due to real demand, it shot up in value. This stuff, the real demand is way less than what they're selling on the pre-order prices. So, at some point, it seems like pretty soon we will be able to get a box of this to open on the channel, this Hyperspace, and you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. But I'm not touching it at these expensive prices. You know, the product is bad enough, and there's so much out there of people just trying to get rid of it, that the prices are going to continue to drop and drop and drop. It's just the law of supply and demand, and the true market is adjusting the price of this. Star Wars Chrome Galaxy, the actual retail price was really fair. It's always been pretty fair for Star Wars Galaxy. It's just the secondary market prices of Star Wars Chrome Galaxy has always been way too high. All the way back to 2021 when that first beautiful set came out. I bought as much as I could because it was so good. And now those boxes are like $700-800, maybe $900 a box. Yeah, there's no way people should pay those kind of prices for it, but it is really nice. This stuff, they printed probably the right amount. They priced it correctly. It's just, and it seems like they didn't make too much. There's enough demand of Star Wars Chrome Galaxy where it's, you know, kind of holding that value. I think over time, if I was going to look at these boxes 10 years down the road, long term, I would say the Star Wars Chrome Galaxy boxes will be selling for way more than Hyperspace. Just because Hyperspace is, you know, they made a lot. The base cards and stuff are not nice. People are going to assume that they are not getting a case hit. But I did get this, and I got it for my sealed Star Wars collection. I regret that I didn't just wait and get it a few weeks later, but it is what it is. And this is the new Star Wars game. Guys, beware. Make sure a product is going to be good before you pay, you know, what might seem like a high price for pre-orders. And yeah, if it's a definite gamble trying to buy it directly from Topps when they release it, because they are obviously only just throwing a few little crumbs to people to make it for a quick sellout. Anyway, thank you for watching. What are your thoughts on Star Wars here, the last few sets that have come out? What do you think? Is it even worth collecting stuff anymore? There's that extreme to where people really like this new way that they do things. Where do you guys fall? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos later.
Blackbird singing in the dead of night.